Hello! In this video, I will discuss about ethics in leadership and organizational integrity. We will discuss ethical leadership and its role in promoting integrity within organizations. To start with, I'll give you a scenario. Here, imagine walking into a company where the boss arrives late, shouts at employees, and takes credit for everyone else's hard work. How would you feel working there? Of course, we will say it's uncomfortable. It's early in the morning, the first day, hour in the morning, and when you get to your work, maabutan mo ganyan ang boss. Or here's another scenario. Now think about a leader who comes early, listens to their team, gives credit where it's due, and treats everyone with respect. Which one would you follow more willingly? Of course, you will follow this kind of boss. It means he's working ethically. This leader uh, has ethical principle that he is following. So this simple comparison shows that leadership is not about having a title, no, a title or position. It's about influence and character. People follow their leaders who inspire them, not those who intimidate them. So, in an organization, the kind of leadership that lasts is ethical leadership. So, that's very important. Leadership that is grounded in integrity, honesty, service, uh, and when a leader leads with ethics, trust grows, teamwork strengthens, and success follows naturally. So, what is true leadership? According to Dr. Myles Munroe, leadership is the capacity to influence others through inspiration, motivated by passion, generated by vision, produced by a conviction, ignited by a purpose. So it means that true leadership starts with a purpose. You must have to discover the divine purpose, a reason to serve, to make things better, and to lead others toward positive change. So, in this lesson, we will discuss how ethical leadership promotes integrity within organizations and why integrity is the foundation of strong, effective, and lasting leadership. Example, if you know Nelson Mandela influenced an entire nation, not through authority but through vision and moral conviction. His leadership brought unity and change to South Africa. That's why he became the president, or he became a president, even at his old age. And this lesson explores how ethical leadership promotes integrity and builds trust within organization. So that is very important for us to understand. So understanding leadership. It says here, leadership is the ability to influence and inspire others to act toward achieving a common purpose. It's not about controlling people, but empowering them to grow and contribute. So it's not manipulating, but inspiring, motivating them to give their best, to show what is best that is in them. So, what is the motive of true leadership? Says here, true leadership must lead to change that results in social betterment. Second, reject injustice and refuse to support unfair systems. Third, commit to serving humanity and promoting growth for others. If you observe this kind of leadership, the motive has nothing to do with his own agenda. Has nothing to do with his uh, own ambition or selfish ambition. It's about serving humanity. That is promoting growth for others. So that must be the true motive of leadership. And it must be clear. For example, a mayor who prioritizes education and health for all citizens shows leadership that uplifts the community. It means he's serving the community, not trying to chase his own ambition. Or another example, a business leader who ensures fair wages and safe working conditions reflects just as human motives. So, leadership is not about self promotion, but about improving lives. So, that is leadership. It means you have the capacity to influence and impact the lives of others. So, leadership is not about self promotion, but about improving lives. So, it's not improving your own life, but improving others, helping them to elevate their situation. So, ethical leadership is leadership grounded in moral principles, integrity, and values such as honesty, respect, fairness, and accountability. So, if you have this kind of quality as a leader, then you will be able to uh, serve your gift or serve humanity and be able to help others improve their lives. So, example, a company executive who refuses to falsify reports to impress investors. So, that's one way, that's an example of honesty or transparency. Or another example, a teacher who treats all students fairly, regardless of background, whatever is their status, whatever is their standing in the class, whether they are intelligent or not, they are average or not, or slow learner, you should, as a teacher, you should treat every student fairly. For another example, a government official who turns down a bribe even when no one is watching. That is honesty. So ethical leadership ensures the way goals are achieved is as honorable as the goals themselves. So it is very important for us to understand this ethical leadership that is grounded on moral principles. So there are 12 that I'm going to discuss. No, not 12, 9 principles of ethical leadership and integrity. So, as I mentioned a while ago, in the definition of leadership, according to Dr. Myles Munroe, it started when you discover your divine purpose. So, what is purpose? Purpose is the intention for the creation of a thing or doing something for the benefits of others. So, as you can see here, it says that doing something for the benefit of others. That's why a leader motive, yung kanina sa motive, the leader's motive is to help and enhance or improve the lives of others. Example, Mother Teresa's purpose was to serve the poor, which guided all her decisions and actions. It means the first thing when a person discovers and understands his purpose is he will focus on that purpose and nothing to do with himself. So purpose is this intention, as I said a while ago, the reason for your existence. So that's the first thing a leader should discover, because if he fails to discover, he will just focus on himself, not on others. Improving himself, not improving the lives of others. So first, he must understand the reason for his existence, or we call it divine purpose. Number two, principle is vision. What is vision? Vision is a clear picture of what could be in the future. You cannot lead effectively if you don't possess a vision. That is a clear sense of the destination your leadership wants to lead people or to the purpose it wants to achieve. So, of course, as a leader, where are you going to lead your group if you don't have the vision? So, the vision will serve as your guide. It will serve as show the destiny for that group or organization, and you will be guided according to that vision. Example, Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision of equality and justice motivated by entire movement for civil rights. So that is his vision. It means those who follow him uh, under, understand that vision, and he is guided by that vision. And the third one is conviction. So, conviction means standing firm in what is right even when it's difficult. It means even people will laugh at you, will hinder you, will go against you. but you still stand on what is right and you stand on your principle. Okay, so that's conviction. Example is Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her basset showed conviction that inspired national change. And the fourth one is passion. Passion is being deeply committed and enthusiastic about your purpose. Of course, if you understand the purpose for your existence, then you will have the picture of your destiny, that is your vision, and then uh, you will have that conviction to fulfill that vision. And not only that, you will be passionate about it. So you will commit yourself. So a leader will commit himself to achieve that vision, not just achieve, but enthusiastically, you're going to fulfill the purpose. You will be excited. That will cause you to wake up every day. That is your motivation as you wake up as a leader. So example, Elon Musk's passion for innovation drives progress in technology and sustainability. So nakita naman natin ngayon. And the fifth one is compassion, showing care and empathy for others. Because if you have a vision, the tendency is to just focus on that vision. It means the task, the assignment that you're going to do. So you forget that you need human resources. So you must have the passion, the compassion. It means love in action, showing care and empathy for others. Example, a hospital administrator who prioritizes patient welfare and staff well-being demonstrates compassionate leadership. So he's not just focusing on the task, but even to the people, because as a leader, that's leader need to help to improve the lives of those people under him. So that's why he need to have that compassion. And number six is principles and values. Being guided by moral standards and integrity. So that's very important. The moral standard should be based from the manual of life, which is the basis since the beginning, and it does not change. Hindi pwedeng baguhin. And because of that, you will have the integrity. So your principles and values must be guided by the moral standard based from the manual of life, and integrity is very important. It means when we say integrity, who are you in public and in private? So it means you are the same in public and in private, hindi plastic. Hindi iba sa pinapakita sa labas, ibang na totoong ugali sa loob. But when we say a person has integrity, it means whatever he is showing, the attitude he's showing or the behavior, character he's showing in public, that's also his character in private. So being guided by moral standard and integrity. So a journalist, example, who reports truthfully even when it risks backlash, lives by principle. It means whatever may happen, as long as he is reporting the truth. Another one is persistence and dedication. That's number seven. Remaining consistent despite obstacles. It means you are consistent with that principle, with your principle. You are consistent of being honest, consistent of being uh, trustworthy. So you are dedicated to what you are doing. And one of the example is Abraham Lincoln's the president of U.S. president. So Abraham Lincoln's persistence through multiple failures led him to become one of the history's greatest leaders. So imagine na namatay yung kanyang girlfriend, tapos nagkaroon siya ng nervous breakdown, ilang beses siya tumakbo sa Senate, tumakbo rin siya sa Congress, na hindi siya na-nominate as vice president. Pero nung tumakbo siya na president, nanalo siya because of his persistence. Hindi siya huminto, hindi siya na-discourage, but he continued with his journey. So that is example of persistence. As long as you know where you are going, you focus on your vision. Another one, number 8, is sacrifice. Giving up personal comfort or gain for a greater cause. So, if you remember a while ago, I read the motive of true leadership.
It has nothing to do with himself. It's not a selfish ambition. So it means you're willing to leave your comfort zone and for a greater cause because you want to help other people, you want to serve, you give to the people, and you want to help them improve their lives. So that is a good leader, sacrifice, willing to sacrifice not just for himself but for others. And number nine, this is very important, accountability, taking responsibility for your decisions and actions. So of course we are not perfect in everything we do in our decisions. There are times that your decision is wrong, then you must be accountable for that. In every decision that you are making and actions or whatever actions you are doing, it means you must be accountable. Whatever is the consequence, whatever is the result, you must be accountable, responsible for the action that you have shown or that you have done. So that is one of the principle that we need to understand. So those are the nine principles for the leader to follow, to have principles of ethical leadership and integrity. So, ethical leadership begins when your values shape your influence. So that is very important. So how about the role of ethical leadership in promoting organizational integrity? So, ethical leaders set the tone for how an organization operates. So, it is the leader that will set the tone. It's like a thermostat. So, it is the leader that will set the tone. Hindi siya thermometer kasi ang thermometer, you just measure the temperature. But a thermostat, example ng isang electric fan, syempre, doon mo ano kung anong ilan, number 2, number 3, or for aircon. So, yung thermostat yun nagsiset ng lamig. So, dapat ang leader kagaya siya ng isang thermostat that will set the tone for his organization. He must walk the talk. Okay, another one is they create a culture where integrity is expected and celebrated. So this must be a part of the culture in whatever organization, it's either in a school, in a church, or whatever organization, in a community, in a barangay, in a nation. So integrity must be a culture and must be celebrated. Now, the question is, how are you going to promote? So, a leader, if you're a leader, how are you going to promote organizational integrity? Or how should a leader promote organizational integrity? So, there are five. First, setting the moral example. It means you must be the example. You must set the example. You must walk the talk. Example, a school principal who arrives on time and respects school rules inspires teachers and students to do the same. So, in the school, kapag ka, di ba, sinasaraduhan yung gate or sinasabi lagi ng teacher na dapat ay dumating ka, pag na-late ka ng 15 minutes, you will be absent. So, of course, he must be the example. So, the school principal must set the example or a teacher must set the example so that the students will follow because you are a living testimony. Okay, so set the example as number one. So in order to promote organizational integrity, you must set the moral example. And number two, encouraging transparency. So it means you must be transparent, especially when pag tinutukoy natin ang finance. So mahalaga yan. So a CEO who openly communicates company finances builds trust among employees and stakeholders because he is honest. It means he's willing to show the finance of the company. So you are able to build trust among your employees because they know you are honest, even the single cents. Okay, so you are willing to show or you openly communicates the company finances. Okay, another one is fostering accountability. So accountability is very important. As I said a while ago, that you must be responsible in whatever decision, whatever action you have done, whatever is the consequence, you must be responsible about that. You have no, do not blame other people. Even though these people who have done, for example, mistakes is under your care or under they are your constituents, then you must still be responsible and accountable for that because you are uh, their immediate superior. So example here is a supervisor who admits mistakes and corrects them, encourages others to act honestly because you have shown the example, you have set the example, you're willing to admit when you make mistakes and willing to correct others also. Another example here is a supervisor who admits mistakes and corrects them, encourages others to act honestly. It means when you correct others, you don't just correct them with condemnation, but you encourage them to be honest. So you will show them what happened if you do not, if you lie or if you are not honest in what you have done or what you have seen. If you are not honest, then what will happen? So you show the consequence. Okay. So another one is preventing corruption. So, a government office with strict anti-bribery rules led by an ethical head earns public trust. Of course, rampant naman ito na kikita natin sa ating bansa, but a leader should prevent corruption. Especially yung sinasabi rito na bribery. So, bawal tumanggap dapat ng regalo, di ba? Especially sa mga nasa public service, bawal tumanggap ng regalo kasi parang bribery yon. Pwedeng mawala yung mawala yung integrity. So to prevent corruption, you must be strict in implementing anti-bribery or pagbibigay ng regalo. Okay. Number 5 is building trust. A leader who consistently acts with fairness attracts loyal and committed employees. Of course, if you treat fairly your constituents consistently, then the employee will be loyal to you. So, wag sana maging obvious. Ayan. So, isa yan sa mga dapat na alam o gawin ng isang leader in order to promote organizational integrity. So, when leaders model integrity, it becomes a part of the organization's DNA. Di ba kanina yung culture na dapat na iset ng isang leader must be the culture of integrity. And that is very important. Okay, so let us always remember that says here, an army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. Sabi ni Dr. Myles Munroe. It means if a leader is strong and he has developed trust, integrity, and integrity is his culture, his lifestyle, and he is willing to promote organizational integrity, then he is a strong leader, a true leader. So he is like a sheep leading, no, he is like a lion leading an army of sheep. Unlike a lion, an army of lion, but the leader is sheep, mahina. So, pwedeng matalo sila. Ang sabi rito, matatalo talaga. It means they will be defeated. So, even though the follower are uh, not strong enough, then even though the follower or yung mga grupo niya or part of the organization or the members are not strong, they can still be winner, they can still lead effectively, or they can still do the project effectively if the leader is promoting organizational integrity. So this means that leadership determines the strength and success of any group. So for example, a struggling sports team can become champions under a coach who instills discipline, unity, and belief, not just strategy. So that is very important to remember. So, nakasalalay sa isang leader. Sabi rito, leadership without integrity is like a ship without a compass. It may move fast, but it will never reach the right destination. So it means, it is like, so a leader who has integrity is like a compass. So kapag yung kanyang integrity is like a compass, kasi kapag hindi, syempre alam mo na kung anong mangyayari sa kanya. Mahalaga yon. So, leader is very important. He must possess those ethical principles, and promote leadership integrity. So, ulitin natin, kahit gaano kagagaling ang mga kasama or group, kapag ka hindi maayos yung leader, ay hindi pa rin maganda. Kagaya ang sabi, this is the last phrase na sasabihin ko, quote, "A courageous and ethical leader can turn ordinary people into extraordinary achiever." Ulitin ko, a courageous and ethical leader can turn ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Okay, so that's all. God bless everyone.